Okay, good evening. This is Carol, Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta, your net control operator for the River City Arc Slow Scan TV net. This net serves for training and practice in image transmission modes and meets Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on the N6NA repeater on 441.30 megahertz. River City Arcs members and all licensed radio amateurs are welcome to participate. If you wish to join the net or need to make a call at any time, please announce your call sign between transmissions and net control will acknowledge you. If an emergency should arise and you need the repeater, please contact the net control by saying break break. A double break signifies emergency traffic. The net will stand by for you until the emergency is terminated or the traffic is moved to another frequency. Stations who wish to check in are asked to respond with their full call sign using the recognized ITU phonetic alphabet and their name. I will recognize each station before I continue. We have some early check-ins already. K6 Hotel Uniform Hotel, Hank. KL7 Hotel Quebec Romeo. That's Neil. And Alpha India 6 Delta Golf. That's Joel. Are there any other check-ins at this time? Okay, nothing heard. So we'd like to go ahead and proceed. We have the check-in list. Number one is Hank, K6HUH. Hank, do you have a picture to send to us? Go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a picture, but before I do that, I was wondering if I could just send you a quick blast of 1750 tone, and maybe you can tell me if I'm too hot or not.
Yes, go right ahead, please. Yes, it looks very good. It's right on the nose. Go ahead.
Here we go. Well, that's not working. It's just blank. What's wrong? I got a picture, but it's not transmitting.
Well, we heard the tones. We did hear the tones. What mode are you trying to send in?
I'm in Martin 1. The picture's not up in the transmit box, so it's down below.
Okay, what you need to do is make sure you have the transmit, the TX tab clicked, and then you go down to the picture that's down below and double click on it, and it should automatically load it up into your transmit window. Over.
No, that's not working. Go ahead and go to the next one, Carol. We'll have to fiddle with it some more.
Okay, let's go to KL7HQR. Neil, are you set up to do any transmitting? Over.
Sorry, Carol. No, negative. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to set up my signal link here for the first time. I'm not set up for transmitting. I will need some to find out how to collect my pictures from my picture files and put it into the MMS SSTV. That's one thing. But right now I have my signal link connected and it does not seem to be picking up the audio. So sorry, just troubleshooting.
Okay, so are you you're using the signal link? What you need to do, of course, is you need to go up into the options menu and then go down to set up MMSS TV and then click on the miscellaneous tab in that window and select the sound card for the in. It should say microphone USB audio codec, and for out it should say speaker USB audio codec. Those are the settings in MMS STV for the signal link. Have you done that yet, Neil? Over.
Yes, I have, and I'm looking at that right now, and it says I'm selected the USB audio codec, which is the one that comes with the with the signal link. I did the jumpers and everything's okay, but I have not gone into Windows and done any settings.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Breaker, please. I'm not sure who that was. Okay, I thought we had a Breaker. Does anybody have any further comments or any assistance there for Neil to try to get him receiving? Over. Okay, Neil, I'd like to know what kind of radio are you using with that signal link. Over.
Yeah, I'm using an IC2730, and I got ordered the cable for that. Also, I'm noticing that my signal link is just clicking on and off on the PTT just randomly.
Okay, yeah,
Right now,
I'm not familiar.
if somebody's ready to send pictures, maybe we can get some information from you via email later.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go over to Joel, number 3, AI6 Delta Golf. Joel, do you have a picture to send us?
I'm still in build-up stage also. I got a new radio and a new cable that I don't even know if works, so I'm still trying to figure out the configurations. If someone could send a tone so that I can even tell if it's getting into MMS SSTV, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I'll go ahead and send a tone. This is a 1200 hertz tone. And I'm not even sending out tones now. Okay. I'm going to have to restart my MMS TV window here.
KP4MD and N6NA. I'll do a late check-in. I might do an acoustical coupling for one picture.
Okay, I think I have, thank you, N6EMF, you're acknowledged in there. Oh, sorry about that. I had to restart the MMS STV because I had the same problem. But there was the tone. AI6DG, was that helpful, KP4 Mike Delta?
Oh, yes and no. It confirmed I have a broken setup, so I got to figure out how come I'm not getting audio into SSTV, because it's got to be the cable and/or the settings in the radio, because I know I've got the right device selected.
Do you hear the tones through the radio speaker?
That's the radio I'm listening on, so I definitely heard the tone. But the audio is supposed to be coming in out the data port and into the sound card into the computer.
Okay, well, I guess maybe what we need to do next time for the next net is to make sure that to make sure that we have this setup tested and working before it's net time. That would be a little bit helpful. But anyway, I'll go ahead and send a picture. I'll go ahead and load one in, and I'll send this out Martin 1. This is KP4MD. Okay, let's go to Hank, K6HUH. Were you able to receive that picture? Over.
That's affirmative, and that is a perfect picture. I don't see a single thing wrong with it. All looks good. KA6HUH.
Thank you, Hank. How about Neil, KL7HQR? Were you able to receive that picture at all? Over.
Yes, I did just speaker to microphone audio connection, and I got it with some artifacts. But yes, looks like it may have been taken during a field day, a desk with some operators. I could not get the lettering at the bottom; it didn't come through. But the rest is very easy to see.
Okay, yeah, acoustic coupling is if you don't have a working or don't have a physical interface that's working, acoustic coupling can work pretty well, where you just take your computer microphone, put it up to the receiver speaker, and pick up the tones that way. And people actually do that off the YouTube video as well, just the tones coming through coming out of their computer. They can also decode it that way. How about Joel, AI60DG? How did you copy that? Over.
Well, I switched to the audio mic on my webcam and received the bottom portion of it, but it's terribly distorted from the various room noise and room echo distortion. I just got to figure out what's wrong with my cabling and radio configuration. I got the couple of manuals to read, so I just got to dig through them and do some Googling and find out what the heck I'm doing wrong. There's got to be some way to use the data port to get into MMS SSTV. It's got to figure out what the wiring and configuration settings are.
Okay, well, Yep, there's always challenges with this. Like I had this all set up and ready to go before the net, and the program was just idling on the computer for about an hour, and then I go to try and send a picture, and all of a sudden the audio stream was not connected, and I had to restart it. I think that they say that's kind of a quirk of the Windows operating system that sometimes scrambles the audio streams, but thankfully it's working right now. I want to give a shout out there to Craig, WP2N, who is in South Central Louisiana right now, and gave us a live chat mention. And also, we have Kilo Echo Zero, Sierra India Sierra, Ed in Iowa, who's watching us. And thanks for joining us here this evening as we're all practicing here image transmission with Slow Scan TV. So I'm going to go back up to the top of the list here. K6HUH. Hank, do you think you're ready to send us a picture? Go ahead.
Okie dokie, here we go. A6HUH coming at you. Okay, did anybody see that?
Yes, hi, this is KP4MD. First of all, I just wanted to make comment on the picture that I sent prior. I didn't give an explanation of that. Uh, the picture I sent was from last year's field day for the River City Arcs at the VFW post in Phoenix Park. It's in Fair Oaks, California. And the people in that picture on the left is Al, a K6AAI, and to the right of him is Paul, KC5JAX, who was our president of the club until he unfortunately lost his life in February of this year. And then to the right of him is Marty, KM6MFI. That's I neglected to explain who was in that picture. The Yeah, your picture. Let me just say, Hank, that your picture, your signal has a little bit of noise on it. It's not full quieting into the repeater, but in spite of that, the quality of that picture was really good. They have nice, rich colors. There are a few pixel pops here and there because of the weaker signal, but I would say probably 99%, about 95% good picture there of that's the Hammond organ I believe that you've been working on and restoring. So we'll turn it over to Neil, KL7HQR. How did you receive that picture over?
Yes, I got it recognizable as an organ, with the double keyboard on the left side of the picture, and with some the wood coloring came back. On the right hand side was a little distorted. I could not distinguish what it is there. But with the audio coupling, I have to put the microphone within about 2 inches of the speaker, so that's the only way I can get a good picture. So looking forward when I can connect directly with wired. Thank you. At least it's nice to be copying some pictures. Back to Carol.
Yeah, QSL, you'll find when if you don't have the speaker really close to the microphone, what happens is you get a lot of acoustic echo and it causes ghosting, which I guess is kind of appropriate for Halloween, but it's not very pleasant to have to look at that. How about you, Joel? How did you copy that picture? AI60G, this is KP4MD, over. Okay, I guess Joel maybe had to step away. By the way, my audio, I've got, what I'm doing is I'm talking into a headset into my computer, and I am linking the computer, the audio from the computer in through the signal link. So I'm actually talking through the signal link, and that's why you might hear me chop a little bit in the beginning because I'm talking through the Vox that's in the signal link that feeds into my radio. I'm using a Yaesu FT8800, and it's only running 5 watts to a J pole. It's up 20 feet. So, okay, thank you. And Hank, did you have any more explanation about this picture? I expect what we're seeing on the right side there may be the matching speakers for the organ. Over.
Yeah, the cabinet on the right side is the speakers. The organ itself, the Hammond B3, is 65 years old, and I rebuilt it, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder, do you or Gert play keyboard? Over.
Oh, say that again, Carol.
Do either you or Gert play the organ? Over.
I still couldn't quite make that out. There's something wrong with your voice. It sounds kind of muddy. I can't understand what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk through the radio microphone too. Do either of you play the keyboard? Over.
Do we play the keyboard? Play at the keyboard. No, I'm not a pianist or an organist, but I do like rebuilding old stuff, and this is definitely old. If you ever look online at the Hammond B3, the Baker 3, you ought to take a look at that. It's not electronic, and it's not an air-powered or reed organ. It's something entirely different. It's more like an electric guitar.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. I do play piano. I've tried my hands at organ, but the feel is a little bit different, and I am just absolutely at a loss at playing the pedals. But I well, my hat's off to you, and that looks like a wonderful instrument, and it'd be probably wonderful to hear somebody that's skilled at playing it actually bring the music out of that instrument. Let's take a standby. See, are there any other stations who would like to join us for the slow scan net? This is KP4MD. And by the way, we do have a question on YouTube at live chat. What frequency is this? We're on a UHF repeater in the Sacramento area. This is 441.3 megahertz in Sacramento. So that's Andrew Murphy who's joining us on live chat. So, Neil, are you ready are able to try and send us a picture, if you want to do it acoustically, that would be perfectly fine too. KL7HQR, this is KP4 Mike Delta.
Unfortunately, it's not keying the I'm not able to get signal link to key the transceiver. So I disconnected everything. I'm going to have to go back to step 0 here and start all over again. Hopefully by next week, I'll be able to do that.
Okay, very good, Neil. Yeah, like I said, you can do it acoustically. If you just have a picture loaded into MMS STV and you play the sound out through your computer speaker, you put your radio microphone up to it, and that's another way to send over.
Yeah, that's the next thing. I need to find a way how to put a picture in from my picture folder into the SSTV. I think it's called template.
Okay, very good. Let's go back down next to in line number 3 is Joel, AI6 Delta Golf. Joel, are you back with us yet? And are you ready to send a picture? Over.
I never left. I'm not sure why you didn't receive me before. It's, like I said, new radio, so maybe I wasn't squeezing what I thought I was squeezing. I was in the middle of talking away a reply, and all of a sudden I heard you talking. So something went wrong. I'm still tracing back the audio in so that I can try receiving one. Can I hear a quick tone again?
Okay, here's a tone. I'll send you a nice tone, 1200.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think the only way for me to test this is actually during something like this. So I either need to be during the net or to get together with someone sometime, some night.
Okay, yeah, I guess we'll have to do some testing sometime other than net time. So going back down to number 4, that's myself, and I'll go ahead and load a picture and send one out. This is also going to be Martin 1. This is Kilo Papa 4. Mike Delta, let's pick a picture here. And here we go. Okay, back over to Hank, K6HUH. How did you copy that? Over.
Picture came out perfect. I'm not sure what it is. It's a large room with a lot of people.
Yes, actually, but we go down the list here before I explain the picture. Next, Neil, how'd you copy that, or did you disconnect everything completely? KL7HQR, KP4MD?
No, I tried to copy again acoustically. Very, very dark. Very, very dark. And I think I wasn't close enough because I can see that there are two people in a very white area on the left-hand side, but outside of that, hard to distinguish.
Okay, Joel, AI6DG, did you actually copy that picture? Over?
Negative. I'm on YouTube. I can see it's it's a convention somewhere. Doesn't really look like Pacificon, but it could be. Is maybe a Dayton or one of the other conventions? What about that one in Visalia?
Yes, you guessed it, Joel. This was the Visalia International GX Convention last year, and that's me sitting at the special event station there. The call sign is November 6 Victor, and I was using a paddle there, sending Morse code, and the control operator was there to the right of me in the picture. So. Yep, these are pictures from pre-pandemic when we actually were able to do these kind of physical events. So that's very good. Let's okay. Let's see now. Maybe we can get another picture. Um, K6HUH, do you have a picture that you're able to send us? Going back to the top of the list. Over.
I could send you a beautiful picture, but it's sideways, and I haven't figured out how to straighten it out yet. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Hank, why don't you do that? And I'll just turn my head sideways and look at it. Over.
Okay. Hold on here a minute until I get her copied down. Okay, I have one. Wow. Stickers. This fills the whole picture. I mean, the whole screen. No, this isn't going to work. It fills the whole screen. I can't even see the controls. I got it now. Okay, here we go. One sideways picture coming your way.
Yeah, I sure did receive that, and let me see what I'm looking at there. It looks like some kind of a stereo hi-fi setup in a cabinet. And if I turn my head to the left, which might be the correct way, um, could be a receiver on top or some speakers. I can't tell. Below that, there's a unit that has a digital readout and looks like it has a CD tray. And then on the right side, it looks like it has a cassette player. Below that, there's another unit with just a lot of knobs. And I really can't say what this is. It's some kind of audio equipment. How about you, Neil? Um, I didn't, were you able to copy that, Neil? KL7HQR, KP4MD.
Yes, Carol, I got it. It's not perfectly knitted. It is a little fuzzy, but I agree with you. I didn't know if it was stereo equipment or if it was just some ham radio equipment. But apparently it's behind glass. Looks like there's some reflection there. But I'm enjoying this. I need to get my thing working. So next week we can I can be a player.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. The more the merrier. And as we, this is a process of learning. There's no question about that. A lot of trial and error in getting this stuff to work, and you get a lot of satisfaction from this. Joel, what do you make of it? AI6GG KP4MD.
I have picture. Finally found the right places for the cables to go and the right settings in Windows. I don't have the complete picture, so I'm looking at the YouTube, but I did get portions of the picture. And yeah, I was really scratching my head trying to figure out what it was until you mentioned turning your head. Oh, that's right. He sent it sideways. So it looked like a CD changer at the bottom with a big CD cartridge. Do they still sell CDs, or is everything on MP3s these days? Well, I guess actually streaming off the internet is where a lot of it is now. But what's that up on the very top? I see just the bottom of a bunch of maybe CD cases. Man, I know stereo is still a thing, but it's nowhere near as much as a thing as it used to be. It's kind of like ham radio, and you get into it and get stuck into collecting equipment. Back to Net AI6DG.
Okay. Yeah, looking at it sideways, the unit on the top or your far left side is the power amplifier, 350 watts per channel. Unit number 2 is a CD player and also a cassette tape player. The reason I have that is because over the years I've collected, 400 or 500 tapes, I guess, and I needed something to play them with. Unit number 3 is the preamp, and unit number 4 with the readout on it is an FM tuner. That's a kit I built about 10 years ago. And the bottom unit, actually the JVC unit on the bottom, is a video cassette recorder player. You can't see this whole cabinet, but it stands about 7 feet tall. And the bottom 2 shelves are all CDs. Then there's 2 shelves of tapes, cassette tapes, and then the top shelf is all VHS tapes. Oh, and the white item on the far right-hand side, and the reason the picture's fuzzy is because there's LED lights across there, and that white unit on the right is the proximity switch for that. When you approach it, it comes on, so you can see the equipment knobs, dials, and so on.
Yeah, 6DG.
Go ahead, Joel.
Did you pick up my last transmission, or did I get something messed up on this end?
Oh, no, we heard it. We heard everything you said. Not a problem, over.
Okay, I just wasn't sure since the response came back so quick. I wasn't sure if maybe it was doubling on someone.
Well, thank you very much, Hank, for that explanation. I actually have a case also that has some Pioneer equipment that I got about 25 years ago, out almost 30 years ago, and I have CD changer. I don't have a vinyl turntable, but I have a dual cassette deck in there, so I could play and also duplicate cassette tapes, and a great AM/FM receiver. Nothing like your 300-watt amplifier, though. Thank you very much for sharing that, and I do appreciate, of course, the audiophile side of electronics as well. Uh, I tell you what, we're going to just give a standby and see if anybody has any further comments. But I think at this point we'll probably wrap up the net. Are there anybody that wants to make any further comments before we close the net? This is Kate before Mike Delta. Okay, nothing heard. So at this time, we'll go ahead and secure the net. And we want to thank everyone who participated in tonight's Slow Scan TV net. We hope to see you again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And we will now close the net. This is the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV net officially closed at 9:43 Pacific Daylight Time. This is Carol, Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta, wishing you all a very good evening and 73 and have a happy and safe Halloween. Bye-bye now.
K6HUH, I'm clear.